We are faced with knowledge that spans eras, a set of words that, when pronounced, evoke hidden and transformative energies. Today, we will reveal the hidden mantras of ancient Egypt, preserved in papyri lost for millennia, now reaching us with the ability to connect us to higher dimensions and ancestral powers. Our Egyptian ancestors were masters in the art of mantras, not only for their devotion to the gods, but for their profound understanding of the power of sound and vibrations. They conceived that words had the power to create, transform, and destroy. Before we talk about the mantras themselves, it is crucial to understand the context in which they were developed. Ancient Egypt was not just a beautiful and advanced civilization, it was a spiritual portal and a school of mysteries. Its priests and initiates spent decades studying, meditating, and practicing rituals that connected them to the higher planes of existence. To explore these revelations, we begin with one of the most well-known and revered among them, the mantra of Heka. Heka was the god of magic and medicine. The very concept of Heka in ancient Egypt is complex and multifaceted, encompassing magical power, vital force, and divine energy. By reciting Ankh, Uja, Seneb, life, prosperity, health, the ancient Egyptians believed they could invoke the divine properties of Heka. This mantra was used not only to ask for protection and vitality, but to align oneself with the cosmic flow, harmonizing physical and spiritual bodies. Imagine a starry night in the Egyptian desert, the sand dunes dancing with the wind and the dark sky serving as a backdrop for brilliant constellations. In the heart of a temple, deep chants echo through the eternal stones. These hymns, containing powerful mantras, were intended to open doors to other dimensions, to worlds invisible to mortal eyes but tangible to the spirit. Another powerful mantra is the mantra of Osiris. Osiris, the god of the afterlife and regeneration, was central in funerary and rebirth rituals. The mantra, Dua Netjer en Osiris, or Praise to the god Osiris, was recited to ensure the safe passage of souls to realms beyond earthly life. This mantra not only helped the living connect with their ancestors, but was also a tool for the deceased to find peace and continuity. Reflecting on this mantra leads to an understanding of our mortality and the continuous cycle of life, death, and rebirth. To deepen our comprehension, let's think about the texts of the Book of the Dead, perhaps the most famous set of Egyptian papyri. Officially known as Peret Heru, or Coming Forth by Day, this set of writings includes spells and mantras intended to help souls navigate the underworld. Among them we find the mantra, Sokar, Wenen Nefer, Aker. This mantra invoked the guardian deities of the gates of the beyond, aiming for protection and guidance in post-life journeys. Understanding these mantras is not just a contemplation of the past, but an invitation to integrate these practices into our daily lives. Ancient Egypt teaches us that the power of words and sounds can be a vehicle for deep healing, spiritual elevation, and personal transformation. By integrating these mantras into a daily practice, we can access some of this ancestral wisdom. For example, using Ankh Uja Seneb in the morning can set our mind and spirit in a state of reception and absorption of life and growth energies. Now let's delve into the mantra of Isis. Isis, the great mother goddess and protector, was worshipped not only in Egypt but throughout the Mediterranean. Mantras recited at her altar contained a wide variety of invocations, but Sasar Nuasar, daughter of Osiris, epitome of Osiris, stood out. This mantra was used to connect with maternal energy, unconditional protection, and the healing attributes of Isis. By reciting it, the faithful believed they invoked Isis's blessing on their families, activities, and lives. The power of these mantras lies not only in the words but also in the intention and frequency with which they are recited. This brings us to the concept of vibration, something modern physics is beginning to explore, but which the ancients already understood well. The universe is composed of vibrational energy, and pronouncing a mantra aligns our personal frequencies with cosmic frequencies, harmonizing us with the universal plane. Now, imagine an ancient temple with huge columns and sophisticated paintings on the walls. These structures were not mere places of worship, they were resonance chambers where the vibrations of the mantras echoed and amplified. The priests, deeply trained, used these natural acoustics to enhance the effects of the sacred words. Another revealing example is the mantra of Ra. Ra, the sun god, was the pulsating heart of the Egyptian pantheon, symbol of light, life, and rebirth. The mantra Keperu Uayem Ankh Nefer, which means transformation, unique, perfect life, was recited at sunrise. The purpose of this mantra was to invoke the vital force and solar energy, providing clarity, vitality, and power to those who chanted it. The ancient Egyptians also explored smaller but no less powerful mantras such as Sa-Ankh, protect life, and Dua, praise. These were used in everyday contexts, showing that mantras were not restricted to high ceremonies but were an integral part of daily living. By saying Sa-Ankh, an individual could bless their children before bed, wishing them safety and vital vigor. Coming back to our time, let's think about the practical applications of mantras. Many of us face daily challenges, anxieties, and a constant effort to find inner peace. The practice of mantras can offer a path to centering and spiritual connection. A simple way to start is by setting up a dedicated corner or altar where you can sit in silence, light a candle, and recite a mantra that resonates with your intention. Finally, let's remember that every word has power. Whether in our daily communication or in our spiritual practices, the way we articulate our desires and concerns shapes our reality. The Egyptian mantras teach us that the harmony between sound, intention, and frequency can be a key to unlocking our divine potential. Therefore, dear seekers and explorers of truth, I invite you to practice these mantras in your lives. Feel the words, the vibration, and allow them to transform your reality from the inside out. In doing so, remember the ancient wisdom that resonates through the millennia, connecting us to our ancestors in a perpetual cycle of discovery and enlightenment. I deeply thank each of you for accompanying this journey to the esoteric heart of ancient Egypt. May the energies of Egyptian mantras illuminate your paths and provide you with a full and harmonious life.